Good morning. Welcome to the morning debrief. It's the 13th of April. The current time is 8:11. Had a little bit of difficulty trying to get things together this morning, so we'll do our best. We've just upgraded a few of our computers, so let's give it a bit of a shot. But anyway, onto the markets. Basically, the Dow came under pressure, down about over 100 points. This is probably the largest move this month on the downside, and it comes into when we start to get into the reporting season. And I think these earnings aren't going to be as good as what people expect. So it's a bit of a change around. Also, technically, some of these markets are due for a correction. Also had quite a large move last night in crude, and to me, that sort of signals something to come, because if these economies are going to move ahead, they're going to need lower oil prices. So let's see what happens. Let's first of all give a little bit of a wrap as to what's happened last night. And let's have a look here. Okay, first of all, I guess the Dow down 117 points, 12,261. S&P down 10, Nasdaq down 26. Top 50 in Europe was down 42. The FTSE was down 88. The CAC was down 62, and the DAX was down 101. Local market also suffered. Local market was down 26, 4,891. Looks like that 5,000 level once again is going to elude us for a little bit of time. Because equity markets do look a little bit weak at the moment. In fact, we've been moving some of our equity positions away and actually going to cash on some of them. Or if people are looking to hedge some of their equities, particularly in some of those primary input areas such as copper and oil, then quite happy to sell a CFD against your equity positions. That way you don't trigger a tax event if you've got good profits on it. Okay, so that's what's happening around the board. Let's just have a look at the dollar index. Is something we always look at. Dollar index in itself, 75.06. Look, this all looks good stuff, but it just does once again feel that dollar is under pressure. These are these great big lows here. I don't know what's going to force it to move higher, but it does look as if the trend's your friend, and she's going to continue to trade lower, or at least do anything to reach these areas here down there, 74.50 level. So dollar under pressure. Just having a look at some of the other currencies, Aussie down a little bit as well. So for those people that don't understand what's happening with the dollar remains weak, so therefore euro remains relatively well bid. Euro 144.79, pound 162.54, dollar yen 83.56. We climbed out of all our dollar yen positions yesterday, expecting to move to 80.30, and then we'll have a look at that from there. But looking back on the Aussie, it does look toppy, doesn't it? I mean, it might even be worthwhile actually putting a put away, a parity put or something, because people might start to look and start to think that, okay, if commodities primary inputs are changing, demand is less, the central banks are putting rates up, then why are we buying commodity currency? That sort of argument I think holds true at the moment. So if anything there, probably wise to put a small put away, or even take a small short in that Aussie. Okay, so that's the currency, dollar yen, just so you can have a quick look at that as well. Down under pressure, come back to these support areas here at 80.30, and happy to look at it again from there. Okay, now just having a look at gold. Gold's stable, but top end of the range, 14.52. I like that gold-silver ratio. Although gold does look toppy, silver looks even toppier. It's at 40.04, but look at that. I'd probably anticipate silver to come under quite a lot of pressure, and I wouldn't mind taking a small short in that commodity. Okay, copper, gold, let's have a look at crude oil. Crude oil, as you can see, big move down there, and a little bit of divergence as well. So if anything there, I think we're up for a bit of a move and moving and shaking those markets. Copper, 4.37, once again, not as bearish on copper as we are some of the other commodities, but still copper in itself will come under a little bit of a correction. Having a look at the softs now, big movement there in corn, just holding on to these grounds, and obviously we are at record highs, so we expect some form of correction there. As with wheat, just moving sideways, happy on that one. Soybeans, 13.29, big move last night on that, so but still going sideways. If you've got small positions there that don't give you too much grief, then probably best to hang on to them. Onto the equity markets. And as you can see, the Dow does look toppy. Look at that. It just feels and looks toppy, and probably expect that to come lower, particularly as we rummage around the earnings. And you can tell also with the local equity market, that that does also look as though we're in for a bit of a correction there. So let's see on that front. You can see there with that SPY down 26 on Cycom, and probably expect there's more on the downside. So we'd be moving a little bit more into cash, I think, at the moment, because the picture doesn't look all that strong in terms of what's happening. Okay, now in terms of the economic calendar, today we've got Westpac consumer confidence out, CPI, producer prices in Switzerland, weekly earnings in the UK, Eurozone IP, advanced retail sales and retail sales in America. So there's quite, and also the Fed beige book. Remember, there is a lot of data over the next couple of days, and it all culminates on Friday night's big ticket items there. And I'll just run through them again. You've got CPI everywhere, particularly in the States there, capacity utilization, IP, and we also got data also in China, which will be following IP in Japan as well. So, so lots of data out on Friday, so it could provide a lot of fun, but at the moment, I feel that equity markets remain a little bit under pressure. Happy to put some short commodity trades on. We are short the crude oil market at the moment, short at 108.49. Happy with that trade, but let's see what happens. Well, that's pretty much about it. That's about it from myself. I hope everyone has a good day, and we'll certainly talk to you tomorrow. And bye for now.